Hey, welcome back to Snapbolt Games. My name's Max. We got another Pauper League here, and I'm going to be playing this blue-red Storm deck again. I've been working on it, I've made some changes. I'm super excited to get into this one. But before I do, my channel is youtube.com/snapbolt. There's a link in the description below to subscribe. Below that, just there's a link to go to the channel, check it out. Tons of great Pauper content on there. Subscribe if you like the content. Throw a like on this video if you like the video. And I think this is a sweet one. I think this deck is actually pretty good. I was pretty surprised by it. So I played a league with this deck. You can check it out on the channel. Um, I 2-3'd that league, but it was pretty close to 3-2ing or better. And then I played the challenge over the weekend and I played Blue Red Fae. And in between, I was able to get a league of this deck in and I 4-1'd it. And that was even before I made some of these changes, which I think are pretty solid. I had like compulsive researches and stuff, like you'll see in the last league, but those are just pretty clunky. And I switched to a frantic inventory package. I was like, this is such a good draw package in Fae. Why am I not playing it in here? It just doesn't make sense. And then I added the tech of a Fire Blast, which seems pretty sick. Like while we're comboing off, to just be able to like have a little bit more range and another spell that costs 0 mana. And if I have one of my pingers out, then this is just 0 mana deal 5. To accommodate that, I also cut an island and added a mountain. And our mana's not too bad, especially with Manamorphose. But for those that don't know, if you haven't watched the other video, what this deck is, you're basically a combo deck with Thermal Alchemist, 2 mana 0/3 Defender, and tap it, it deals 1 to each opponent. And then whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, it untaps. And Firebrand Archer, 2 mana 2/1. Whenever you cast a non-creature, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. So these basically ping on every spell. And then our entire deck is spells except for Tandem Lookout, which is just 3 mana 2/1 Soul Bond. And whenever you pair it with another creature, whenever one of those creatures deals damage to opponent, doesn't have to be combat damage, you draw a card. So when you pair Alchemist with Tandem Lookout and you go ping them, draw a card, play a spell, untap Alchemist, ping them, draw a card, and you just keep doing that. So with things like Manamorphose or Lava Dart, you get to just continue to play spells and draw cards while you're dealing tons of damage. And then you just win with like Chain Lightning, Bolt their face, Lava Dart their face, and maybe a Fire Blast face. But the damage really adds up. The deck is actually pretty impressive. If the opponent doesn't interact with the combo, you can deal so much damage and draw so many cards. Like in the last league, I'll just spoil it a little bit. Um, our Boggles opponent went turn 1 Boggle, turn 2 Rancor attack for 3, turn 3 Armadillo Cloak, attack for 5 lifelink, and then they just kept attacking for 5 per turn. And I was still able to win that game just by dealing them so much damage with the combo and drawing so many cards. So pretty sick. Of course, just 4 Ponder, 4 Preordain. The card's pretty busted. 4 Inventory. And then we're just again playing the combo. And this deck has some really good matchups. I think things like Elves and like basically Mono White Heroic is decent, especially if they can't lifelink. But basically, like something even like Defenders, anything that can't interact with what we're doing is a good matchup because all of our removal can kill their creatures while potentially drawing us cards, or just like the fact that like basically whenever Dart has targets, this deck is so good. And even when it doesn't, just like having 4 Bolt, 4 Chain Lightning, you have a lot of removal. You don't really need to go face with these to win. So you can often control the board while dealing damage with these. So pretty sweet. Trying a couple things different in the sideboard, not too much. I think just 4 Hydroblast, 4 Pyroblast is really strong in this deck. Seems like where you want to be. A couple of Dispels as well. This is good at protecting your combo if they're bringing in more removal for it. 1 Gorilla Shaman, 1 Shenanigans. I think that's a decent split in this deck. 1 Searing Blaze I'm trying out. I think this card could even be main deck. I saw Stompy trying a similar deck to this after I posted with it, which was pretty sweet. And he was playing some Delvers and some Dispels and Spell Pierce's main. And I don't think he was playing Manamorphose and maybe only 1 Dart. So we're more heavy on the combo, which may not even be right, but this is a pretty sweet build. And a couple Cannonades. I will say I found so far that like the Jund mid-range decks, like the decks that play like basically like the just the mid-range decks that play a bunch of removal spell and Bonder's Ornament is a rough matchup. So anything like that has like a bunch of black removal spells, Bonder's Ornaments, and just like good value creatures that always draw cards. When they have like so many removal spells for your creatures, it can be hard to win. So that's a flaw of the deck, and we don't have really a sideboard plan right now for those decks. They're just a bad matchup. I guess our plan is just like draw a bunch of cards with Frantic Inventory, protect the combo with like Dispel or Hydroblast Pyroblast, but it's not that consistent. I thought about having some kind of like transformational sideboard and like siding in more burn spells or something, but that just seems bad. I think like that's just not a great matchup, and there's not that much we can do. Maybe building the deck with Delvers would help, but I'm not really sure. Anyway, this is the deck. Let's just go round one. I'll see you there. All right, welcome to round one. Snap keep this hand. This hand is fine. Let's not stop on the opponent's upkeep. Let's see what we're up against. Looks like Fae. Okay, well, I'm just going to dart that on turn one. Dart is really good against Fae. Just it's crushes Spell Stutter Spray. Obviously, just kill this. We get to flashback it later. I'm just going to go Mountain, dart this, pass. Seems good. Preordain, sure. I'll probably go Island, pass, and just play into Frantic Inventory, just because it's more mana efficient. Another Fairy Seer, interesting. They went top with Preordain, so they're gonna have to at least top a card, or they shouldn't. Yeah, top again. Okay, it's not good for us. They do only have 4 cards in hand. I could ponder here, looking for another removal spell. I think that's worth it. I have a bunch of removal in my deck. Okay, well, didn't find one. I found some good stuff. Another Frantic Inventory is good. Another Ponder is good as well. I mean, I could even just keep the Frantic Inventory and then cycle this Ash Barrens and shuffle. Not even draw the Ponder. Or I can just shuffle right now. Even though Frantic Inventory is good, it's gonna, I think, a little slow, and they might even Ninja next turn. So I think I want to try to find removal. And this is just, I think, gonna be a little slow. So just shuffle. Okay. I still get to shuffle Ash Barrens here, but basic land cycle. I'm just gonna get Ninja here, almost certainly. Yeah. Nothing I can do though. It sucks. Oh, I could have just flashed back Dart, but honestly, I don't think that's that good. All right, let's get Island, Manamorphose. Okay, let's lead that. They missed a land drop, so I just want to draw as many cards as possible to try to hit a red removal spell here. Bolter, Chain Lightning. So let's add blue red. Another Tandem Lookout. All right, let's play inventory. Pretty unfortunate here. I could have just flashed back a dart on the Fairies here. And then they cycle Ash Barrens. Why didn't they just... Oh, maybe they just drew the Ash Barrens right now. I mean, I'm definitely in trouble here. They already drew 1 card off Ninja, and they're going to draw another one. They're playing a Fairy Seer. Okay. Definitely in trouble here. And they probably have bolts and screds now as well. I think like our opening hand was good, and then our draws have not been great. I mean, maybe I misplayed by not keeping that Ponder, but it just seemed a little bit too slow. When I cast this first Ponder, I really wanted to see a Lightning Bolt or a Chain Lightning, or at least another Dart. Okay, well, there's Dart. So what I can do is I can kind of just like quote unquote go off and wipe their board here while they're tapped out. So I could go like Dart the Ninja, flashback Dart on the Ninja, play Tandem Lookout, Flashback Dart on the Seer, and sack 2 mountains. Then my Tandem Lookout's just gonna die, and then I'm at 2 lands versus 3. I think that's honestly my best line. It does suck to have to do that, but I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I guess I'll just start by darting this. Doesn't really matter what order I do stuff in. I don't think they can really interact. Then I play Tandem Lookout, and then I go Flashback Dart here, sacking a bunch of my lands. Sucks, but I think sometimes this is a line you have to take. This is gonna die for sure, and I can't let them ninja me. Yeah. I have a bunch more lands, so I just need to clear their board. Okay, they frantic inventory, Manamorphose. All right, I think I'm gonna cast that. Even though it could be good later, I want to find like my threats right now. Just add blue red. All right, I'll cast that. I could have cast a Tandem Lookout, but counterspell. Okay. Well, now my future frantic inventories get really good. They foretell a card. Do they have Behold the Multiverse and frantic inventory? That'd be pretty crazy. I'm gonna cycle this right now. Even though it's better like with Ponders to have the Ash Barrens, I think I'd rather just thin, honestly. And then let's go just play a Tandem Lookout. It's either gonna get countered or killed. Frantic inventory. Okay, they draw 2. This matchup can be really grindy as well, but it's pretty rough considering they have a lot of removal for our combo. And they were already able to draw some cards off Ninja. What is this Foretold card? Is it just Behold the Multiverse? They have Behold and Frantic Inventory, maybe? That's what I feel like. Alright, I'm not going to dart and Flashback Dart on that. I'm just going to bottom and hope. Okay. What is this? This has to be a Behold, right? Behold plus Frantic Inventory is pretty crazy. Jeez. That's so much card advantage. They're playing like 4 Frantic Inventory and 1 Behold the Multiverse, or even 2 of these, maybe? A Braid, okay. If I play this, it just dies, but I think I'm supposed to. And I think I'm supposed to play land as well. Just pass. They have 5 cards in hand. I'm just dead here. They countered my second inventory. I could draw like cantrip into inventory and resolve both, but I also kind of feel like they have spells that are in hand here, so I figured this would be a rough matchup. Wow, draw 3. Yeah. I don't even think that I necessarily misplayed in the early game. It's just like I felt like this the first ponder wasn't great. All right, I'm just gonna concede here. They have like 7 cards in hand, and they're gonna replay another augur here. We have nothing left. All right, let's go. Sideboard plan. Could even bring in cannonades, but don't know if I want to do that. So Fire Blast can come out. Yeah, I can actually board out cantrips here. I kind of like that in this matchup. It's kind of weird, but I think all the removal is pretty good. I think even Dart is fine. I don't think they can side out all their one toughness creatures. I think I can side out Manamorphose as well. And then I could just cut like a Tandem Lookout because it's kind of expensive. And then just be like maximum interaction removal and our combo. Searing Blaze also isn't bad. I wonder if I'm supposed to have it. But there's like not that, there's literally not that much else to cut. I think all these cards are better. I think this is our plan. Just maximum Hydroblast, Pyroblast, and Dispels. And just like, we can wait to deploy our threats till we can protect them, potentially. Hmm. I think this is actually a mulligan, just a one mountain only. Okay, well, this sucks. All right, I'm keeping this 5, putting back a couple lands. They mulligan to 6, they kept. It's definitely not feeling good on this 5 with like no real gas. Yeah, see, they have to keep in fairies here. I will kill this, but I wish I had a dart. You want to save darts for their one toughness things and not have to do what we did in game 1 and like double dart. But we just got pretty flooded there. And they topped 2 with fairies here. Yeah, this is gonna be rough. Gonna have to find some frantic inventories or something here. Augur, miss one time. Scred, okay. I think I'll just kill this. I'm gonna have to anyway. Okay, Firebrand Archer. I think I'll just deploy it. It's not getting better. I have a Dispel up for their Scred. I guess they could have a Dispel back as well. They don't. Play another red source. Thermal Alchemist. Okay. Let's see if we can come back. I mean, if they didn't have a heavy removal draw, we might be able to, but it's not looking great. Bolter Braid. No? Okay. Frantic Inventory. I'm actually not going to attack because I don't even want to trade with a Spell Stutter Sprite here. So I'm just going to lead on this. Now Lightning Bolt this. Interesting. I'm surprised they didn't just Lightning Bolt that on their turn because they just took 1 extra damage for no reason. Double Spell Stutter? No. Interesting. Ninja? Has to be a ninja, right? Yeah. No dart. Dart is really good in this matchup, but yeah, Molda 5 is rough. And geez, having Behold plus Frantic Inventory, I didn't ever really think to run both those cards, or at least pull the trigger on it, but it seems good. So I'll just Chain Lightning this, and then I'll ping them and untap. Oh, they have Spell Stutter. I shouldn't have done that. That was pretty bad. I shouldn't have let them do that. I should have just held it in hand. I wasn't really thinking. Punt there. Of course, Scred. All right. About ready to pack this one in. We'll go on to the next one. I think we have a chance in this matchup, but it's not great for us, and we got outdrawn for sure. GG's. All right, let's go round 2. All right, round 2. Let's see if we can do a little bit better here. Would you like to play first? Yes. This hand is not actually good. We do have a Manamorphose to cycle. We're on the play, but we have like basically nothing. I think I'm just gonna mulligan and try to do better. I think I'm actually gonna keep this, especially on 6. I can just put back a Tandem Lookout because it's expensive. I can also put back a Frantic Inventory so I keep the combo. I think that might actually be better. I'm gonna try it. This hand's not great because I have a tap land into Preordain, but oh no, black white. Not what I like to see. I think I'm gonna top. I want to continue to hit more land drops, so I'm gonna ponder next turn most likely. Golden egg. I do not know what that means. All right. Well, I'm definitely gonna keep these. I'm just gonna go mountain, no, and then play a thermal alchemist. Hope it doesn't die. If they just tap out for something random, I can just go tandem lookout, draw a card. Core Skyfisher, return Golden Egg. Play a tap land? Sure. So now I have the choice to try to hit more land drops or just go take my card right now. I think I'm just going to play tandem lookout and just draw a card right now. And then if they don't have removal right now, especially with that, I mean, then I get to go off next turn, basically. And I have double inventory still, which is pretty reasonable. They're playing Golden Egg. That's a good sign for me. Oh man, they're missing a land drop and probably not killing one of my creatures. Yeah, this is gonna be sick. Thraben resolves. Nice. When this is good, it's really good. All right, let's ping draw. Was gonna lead Ponder, but I don't even know if I have to. I suppose there's no real downside. This is a cool trick as well. I can Ponder and then I untap, but then I ping and draw before Ponder, so I actually see more cards with the Ponder. Because if I Ponder first and then untap and ping, then I'm just drawing one of the cards I've already seen with Ponder, but this way I get more looks at a land. Um, I mean, these aren't lands, but I feel like it might just be good enough because I get to Manamorphose, draw two off that, and then continue to draw cards, and I'm drawing a bunch of threats. Maybe I just shuffle anyway to try to hit more lands. I think I'll just shuffle actually. It's kind of weird, but lands actually allows me to cast a bunch more spells as well. So let's go Chain Lightning this, untap. Let's just draw another Chain Lightning, okay. So what I could do is I can go Chain Lightning this, untap, draw, attack, draw. I think that's what I want to do. This just allows me to draw more cards and hit land drops. So I think this is where I want to be. Ping, draw. There's an Ash Barrens. Not quite the land we were looking for. Draw. There's a land, okay. So now I'm gonna have to discard, but I can just discard one of these inventories. So I can play Mountain. I could just Lightning Bolt them and then untap my Thermal Alchemist and not draw right now. Um, Alternatively, I could just discard and leave up Bolt. That might be best. Just discard a Frantic Inventory. All right, let's just do that. I could always just play this Ash Barrens and play like a Firebrand Archer or something. All right, that is fine. I think I can just kill them next turn. Bog me? Sure. So we just bolt them, untap, draw. Now I can go, I think I'm just gonna not calculate this and just play quickly. Just play Firebrand Archer, ping draw, bolt them. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're dead to these burn spells and lava darts. Ping draw, yield. They go to 6. It's just preordain. Let's do the trick. Ping draw. Nice. Another mountain. Bottom top. I don't know. I can't play another land. Never mind. Doesn't matter though. They're just dead here. Again, when you don't answer the combo, it's pretty easy just to win. Nice. Just successfully went off there. They're black white, but it looks like they're a little bit more creature based. Just with golden eggs, they probably have maybe some number of what's that, spare supplies or pathetic prisms. Searing Blaze might not be bad. Shenanigans might not be bad. Dispel, maybe they're bringing in some removal. I could also just not sideboard. I mean, Dart may or may not be that great. I mean, they could have just been a slightly awkward draw, and they might just be like black white Monarch, which is basically just Boros Monarch, but black for like removal spells instead of red, and maybe some like Omen of the Deads. Kind of putting them on that. I think at least I'm boarding out one Dart for a Searing Blaze because this kills more of their stuff. That seems better to me. Cannonade could be good, but I don't know if they really have like Squadron Hawks and Battle Screeches yet. And even so, I think I'm fine with like this configuration. Dispels may or may not be good. Shenanigans also may or may not be good. Just gonna run it. Could have boarded out I like to board out Lava Dart a fair amount of the time when it's not that well positioned. Wow, the double island hand. I feel like this is a mulligan. We're not really guaranteed to do anything with this hand. My draws haven't looked great so far. I can put back land or I can put back Manamorphose. I think it's honestly safer just to put back Manamorphose and keep the Preordain and then the burn spells. Because I do want to guarantee to like hit a bunch of land drops here. Nice, another Preordain is great. Bottom these. Ponder's not a bad draw. Core Skyfisher here I'd be fine with. Okay, well I can dart that. I don't care too much about it right now, so it's probably just some version of Black-White Pestilence. I think I'm just jamming a Firebrand Archer and I can just take 2 off this. Then I can dart it with this out and get value. I mean, this is likely just to die here, but I still like this line. Yeah. I don't really care about taking 2. And they Basilica back at that land. Interesting. So now I'm going to go Manamorphose blue, and then Preordain Ponder Dart, most likely. Blue. There's an Ash Barrens. I don't think I need to cycle that yet. It's not bad. I could also go like Ponder and then maybe cycle Ash Barrens. Draw one of the cards, then Preordain later. I think I like that actually. All right, well, I also feel like that these are good enough. Kind of want to draw all of these. Could also draw Thermal Alchemist and play it right now and just continue to ignore Lone Missionary for the time. I think I'm going to do that. Then I'll draw Lightning Bolt last. And then just go Mountain Alchemist here. That was good. All those cards I'm fine drawing with that I saw off the Ponder, so I think this is reasonable. I mean, they could play like a Suffocating Fumes or something here. Is it worth it to block? I feel like this is just like they're trying to get a free attack in. What else could they have other than Fumes? They could have a Crypt Rats in a Swamp, which would be fine. They could have a Pestilence that they can't activate yet. I mean, Fumes is like the only thing they could have. Maybe it's not worth it because I don't want them to Fumes me, but I feel like they're just trying to get in free 2 damage. I didn't want that to happen. Okay, well, they're up at 26. It's fine. Okay, so I know my top card is Bolt. I do kind of want to draw that. I Could also just ignore it, cycle the Ash Barrens. Just decide if I want to draw Bolt. I feel like I might just need to do better than Bolt, so let's just cycle Ash Barrens for another mountain. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Cycle for mountain, and then Searing. Oh no, I don't even want a Searing Blaze this turn. All right, well, let's still get mountain. Preordain right now. Ping. Frantic Inventory's gotta be good enough. I gotta start casting these. Top. Do I care about Searing Blazing the Thraben? I mean, not really. I think I'm just gonna go. I am gonna play land. I can draw more lands at some point here, and I'll just go ping, dart this right now, and then pass. I have bolt up, so if they go for core Skyfisher here, I'll probably just bolt the Thraben. They have a bunch of cards in hand. I'm gonna start need to finding more frantic inventories here. They have a Chainer's Edict in the yard. Guardian of the Guild Pack. Okay. It's not that fast of a clock. Okay, well, I'd rather them bog now than later. I do have a dart that I could flash back for 2 damage. Or I can just let it go. I feel like letting it go is better. Oops. Just let them get in for free damage. Nice. Great play there. There's a Fire Blast. Okay. Pretty far away from that being good at the moment. Another dart. I cannot Searing Blaze now because I don't have a land drop. I'm only getting hit for 2 here. The problem is if they go Pestilence. Thing is, if they are playing Pestilence, they're going to be dealing themselves a fair amount of damage. So in that situation, like I might be able to burn them out. Oh man, they have a lot of life gain. Ping at the correct time here. I have no answers to this as well, so I have to kill them before it kills me. Could just Chain Lightning one of the Thrabens here. It's not ideal, but let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they can even Chainer's Edict me here. I think I am supposed to just cast a Chain Lightning right now. Feels bad, but I think that's what I'm supposed to do. Because if they play a core Skyfisher, I want to be able to not let them get extra value by bouncing a Thraben. Oh, they have Strands. They're just not even casting Strands here. Okay. They're just going to draw a card instead. Interesting. They're still at 22. Another Guardian. I don't know. Squire. So they're going to just get back a Thraben. Oh, they vote for a Lone Missionary? Interesting. They're just trying to gain, like, infinite, basically. And then play Lone Missionary? Sure. I mean, I can deal a lot of damage with the combo, so there's something to that. I'm going to go Bolt the Squire, Lava Dart this, try to keep their board presence down. And then on tap, land. I feel like I'm just supposed to go land Searing Blaze this. I'm not sure, but I think that's... What? Oh, I have to choose player first. I have not cast Searing Blaze for a while. Okay. And then I just passed the turn. They're at 19. So we're slowly doing it. Chainer's Edict here. Oh, another Custody Squire? Jeez. I feel like they should just be getting back Ravens. I guess they're just trying to buy time for this to kill me. So they're choosing Lone Missionary. Interesting. I mean, I guess gain 4 does buy them a lot of time. They're at 23 still. This is the third Lone Missionary they've cast this game. That is pretty impressive. All right. So I'm just going to ping them for 1 here, untap. I'll probably have to dart this. All right. Let's just do this now. They also could have just flashed back a Chainer's Edict. I think I'm supposed to just do this now as well. I'm not really sure. Oops. Did I always yield to this trigger? Not playing that tight, so apologize. I think I'm going to lose this game, though. Flashback Edict now. We only missed out on 1 damage. Still getting hit for 2. They're at 20. Looks like they don't have that much removal, though. I mean, they played an Edict, but that's about it. Okay. Okay, let's go. Draw 3. Little Ancestral here. I think I'm supposed to just play Fjord, pass. All right, we have a chance, especially if I draw another Frantic, the 4th Frantic Inventory. So I'm going to 7. They're at 22. It's going to be tough. 23. Okay, we have the quote unquote the combo. They probably have removal in hand. I wonder if I'm supposed to just play out Tandem Lookout as well. I think I am. Just gonna play it out in Soul Bond. They have a removal spell, okay. If I still draw a Firebrand Archer off the top, might just be able to win. All right, going to 5. I also am dead to like a Crypt Rats or a Pestilence at this point. Another Lone Missionary. So crazy that they were getting back Lone Missionaries, even like knowing we had darts. Archer, nice. Let's go. Okay, Soul Bond. Yes. I think I'm supposed to bolt this. I get to draw a card and then hit and draw another card. Whereas if I just bolt them, it doesn't really do anything. Yeah, so I'm supposed to bolt this. I just want to draw cards. No, they just, oh, they go strands. Okay. They prevent this damage. That sucks. And they can flashback strands as well. We knew they had strands from earlier, yeah. Okay, I'm at 5. I don't want to have to Fire Blast right now. I'm just gonna try to pass. I guess I can go to 1, but then I have to win on the next turn. All right, well now I'm just dead. I could block here, but I don't think I have any outs if that's the case. Oh yeah, Flashback Edict, sure. All right, it looks like they don't have that much removal. They do have strands as well. So they showed 2 edicts, 1 cast down, 1 strands. Dispel is reasonable, but I don't know if it's that great. Dart is actually pretty good, but 3 might be fine. 1 Searing Blaze does seem fine. I think this configuration looks reasonable. They can gain a lot of life, which is bad, so. Alright, I'll keep this hand. This hand looks fine. Just cycle Ashburns on turn 1 for a blue source. I can even go Manamorphose. into blue blue into ponder ponder. If I want tandem lookout, I think I do want to make that take that line. This just allows me to see so many new cards. Okay, well I can't cast this and I don't even think I want to. You know what? I feel like I'm just gonna draw the even though they're not lands, like having triple frantic inventory in this matchup seems great. So let's do it. There's a dart. Okay. I do want another ponder to find lands, so let's draw it next turn. I can lead Manamorphose next turn as well if I choose. They just pass. Interesting. So let's go Manamorphose into Ponder, and then I can just look for a land here. We know there's a Lava Dart on top. Let's go blue, blue, Ponder. Okay, there's a land. I think it's good enough because I can just play a Frantic Inventory right now. At least I guarantee hit a land drop rather than having to shuffle and hope I hit a land. And then following it up with Frantic Inventories should be pretty good. If they just bog me right now, it's annoying, but yeah, it's not the end of the world. Expected that to happen, sort of. So, do we know the top card? We don't, right? So I just play this. Chain Lightning. Okay, I'll just pass. Leave up Bolt. Could have just played a Tandem Lookout, but I wanted to just draw a card, and next turn I can draw two. Could Bolt them, but I don't think that's good. Another Frantic Inventory? Jeez. Alright, now I'm gonna Chain Lightning them. All four Frantic Inventories in the top 21. That's pretty crazy. I just have so much burn and I have a draw four. Or it's a draw three because they exiled one. And if they go tap land, I'm probably gonna have to fire it off. Core Skyfisher for no value? Oh, they're gonna get back Bog? Okay, well, it's gonna force me to Frantic Inventory, but that's fine. Oh, they're bogging right now? Damn. I forgot they didn't play a land before Skyfisher. So that is annoying. Just kind of negated my draw three. It's just lead preordained. This is just gonna always be a draw one now. I think I want one of these. Maybe just bottom bottom actually. Maybe I don't need lands. Just want gas. They're at, they're at 18. They just have so much life gain in the deck. If I just start going face with everything now, I think there's a real possibility I just get super punished. I think I'm just gonna play this out. It's just gonna eat a cast down. Okay, I'm gonna just chain lightning this and then end of turn frantic inventory. I suppose I could even frantic inventory right now in case I draw a land. Like what if I draw another fjord? Okay, well another burn spell. Just the way they're playing so slow, I just feel like they have cast downs as well. They're trying to play safe. They just have so much inherent life gain in the deck. So scary just to start burning face. It doesn't seem good. Skyfisher bounce bog. Okay. Or do they just have strands up here? All right, now I'm just gonna play tandem lookout. I'm not gonna bolt this right now because I think they have strands. So if they play a removal spell end of turn, I will lightning bolt this to play around strands. Yeah. Chainer's Edict. Okay. I guess I could have responded with bolt because they could. I guess they're just gonna play a bog here. Could also take two and then chain lightning it. I don't think I need to do that. Just preserve my life total. Another bog that we knew about. They're on 5 mana. We have nothing going on. The bog actually being played over and over was pretty bad there because I needed the extra cards from my inventories and I wasn't able to get them. Yeah, there's the spare supplies that we figured. This is looking rough. There's the lone mish, okay. Just gonna dart it. Bring back bog again. They've played bog already 3 times this game. I know they bounce planes. Okay. They also have a Chainer's Edict in the yard, which is actually pretty bad for us. Just go lookout pass. So they can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they can flash back an Edict right here. Takes their whole turn though. Right. They're just getting my dart. It's fine. I could have pinged them for 1. I think I'd rather keep my lands in play. Skyfisher. Get back spare supplies. Recast. I feel like they have a removal spell here as well, because then if they didn't, they probably would be inclined to flash back this. But they probably have a cast down for this. Maybe I was supposed to bring in some number of dispels, but I'm not really sure. I don't think so. Just going to attack. I mean, when this card doesn't have a buddy to combo off with, it is pretty bad. Sure. I think we're dead here. Again, this is, even though we were able to combo off in game 1, this is a rough matchup. A lot of life gain, fair amount of removal. I know they do have some type of wraths. Just now the fact that they have this still, they were just able to stabilize here. We just never really got anything going. Crack spare supplies, 6 cards in hand. Cycle, yep. So it looks like it's down to the O2 bracket for us. I always feel like that I like do. I'm just gonna concede here. They have 7 cards in hand. I always feel like I do worse in these like when I'm recording, and then I'm like, oh, I'll just play like a league in between. Oh, I fight 4-1, nice. And then I'm like, okay, nice. I'm gonna record another league. Like that league felt sick, and then it's like O2, brutal. All right, I'll see you in round 3. All right, round 3 in the O2 bracket against Tart. This opponent's really nice. We've played them multiple times before, and they've had our number a couple times. So we'll see how we do here. Would you like to play first? Yes. I think this is a mulligan. Brutal. All right. Keep this 5. Put back. I can put back Mountain Chain Lightning. They're usually on mono blue aggro, and they're usually playing monocolor aggro decks at that. So I do think I want to keep Chain Lightning. I can put back Mountain for sure. I do kind of want to keep Frantic Inventory as well, and I think putting back Thermo is kind of crazy. I mean, putting back Ponder is kind of crazy too. Maybe I just have to put back Frantic Inventory. It's just so good. It allows me to like win this game if I draw more Frantic Inventories. I think I just have to put back Chain Lightning. Sucks, but I think that's like we're on so low resources that we need to make sure we function. Like I want to ponder, find more Frantic Inventories, and then start playing them and maybe win that way because 7 cards versus 5, it's just going to be tough. This has just not really been our league here. There's another Frantic Inventory. These are all good. Turn two, I can just play out an Alchemist. I'm not even sure if I put those in the right order. I don't think it matters too much. I guess if my Ponder gets countered, it does. Oh, are they on zombies? Still gonna just play Alchemist here. Yeah, so next turn I'm drawing Ash Barrens. Oh, they're on Storm? I don't know if this matchup's actually that bad for us. I mean, oh, it's like a weird reanimator deck, maybe? I feel like with Ransack that they're on mono black reanimator. Sign in Blood, another Ransack the Lab. Okay. So I think what I want to do here is go tap Mountain, cycle Ash Barrens for Mountain, pass the turn, and then play a Frantic Inventory. Just get this and start getting this chain going. Generally, you do want to get more mountains because you have Lava Darts and you have a Fire Blast. So I'll just pass here. Could just play the Frantic Inventory now, but yeah, I'm not too worried. Another Ransack the Lab. Interesting. I feel like this has to be Mono Black Reanimator. What else does Ransack the Lab and Lurching Rot Beast go into? Or, I mean, it could just be a cycle hybrid reanimator deck. Let's go ping. Now I see why we're in the O2 bracket tart. I draw one, I draw a dart, sure. Firebrand Archer. Okay, let's go play that. Just try to go off here. Let's go ping. Play Ponder. I do like to not yield to my Thermal Alchemist in case I miss it. Then I can always just ping in response to the trigger. Ponder. This is a bunch of burn. I mean, so far they've only shown cyclers and ransacks. Like even if they go reanimate something here, I'm likely to be fine. I feel like I just keep these. I could even consider just playing an Ash Barrens this turn. I think I like it. It's pretty weird, but I'm gonna do it. Because then next turn I can play Frantic Inventory and I have more red mana. And I don't have to cycle this next turn. So I think I actually like this. What is their deck? I just don't know. Cabal Ritual. Cycle. I mean, they might just be like mono black cycling with the Ransack the Lab. If that's the case, we could certainly lose here. Heat Bog. Is it mono black land destruction too? Oh, I mean, it has to just be cycle combo, right? Okay. I'm expecting Songs of the Damned or something here. I was just confused by Ransack the Lab. Yeah, there's Songs. Okay. So it is mono black cycling combo with Ransack. We don't really have any hate except a couple dispels. Discard a card, add one black mana. For five? 5 mana, 3/2 flying? So interesting. Reaping the Graves. Storm 3, sure. They're not getting back Street Wraith. So they can add mana with their familiar to continue to go off potentially. I mean, this has a discard outlet, I guess, is decent, but this is 5 mana. 5 mana is a lot. I think if, yeah, I was gonna say if they don't kill me now, I think I kill them next turn. They discard Cabal Ritual. 4 cards left. Or do they have or trying to find another Reaping? Yeah, they have it. Okay. It's not even guaranteed that they can go off here, though. Because they're getting back 7 cards to hand. They do have this to discard some of them, but then they only have 2 left. What's their win con? Oh, maybe their win con is just like they're trying to just like drain life with this after they fully go off. I mean, if we just have like a lightning bolt or something, we can just kill them. And if they street right here, that's good for me as well. All right, they're at 12. They have to win now, which, yeah, they might be able to do, but they played a Peat Bog. Or did they not play a Peat Bog this turn? No, they did. They did. They played it this turn. They should not have played Peat Bog. The Ransacks the Labs threw me off. It made me think they were Reanimator. All right, they're going to 10. All right, well, they know they're dead next turn, so they're going to try to win here. 1 mana, Songs of the Damned, Dark Writ. Okay. 27 cards left. It's pretty unlucky if they don't find second songs. Just a Gurmag Angler? No. Oh, they're discarding. Okay. Another Scourge, multiple Scourge Familiars. Do they also have Exhume in the deck? I don't really understand. Cabal Writ. Storm 10. They're going to go Songs of the Damned. Or just Reaping. Okay. Getting back Street Wraith. Sure. I don't think I could have really played this game any different. I also don't think they're gonna go to one. I mean, they're not playing the off color like the colorless cyclers. Like at least we haven't seen Drannith Stinger or Drannith Healer yet. So they have some other way to win with Scourge Familiar, which seems pretty sketchy because a Lightning Bolt just takes this out. It costs 5 mana. 12 cards in hand. I think their plan is just to go Songs of the Damned into Drain Life. They might be able to do it here. They still can add mana with this. But it takes 2 cards. They have to discard a card and then cycle. They discard Ransack. Cycle. Yep. I could have just pinged and then F6'd, but I kind of want to like maybe there's some way they go to 1 and then I ping, or I don't know, but I mean, I guess I could have not played this, but yeah, I wasn't really sure what they're doing. 14 creatures in graveyard. Okay, they have 18 mana. Another songs, and now Drain Life. Yeah. All right. They got me. Consume Spirit. It's just Drain Life, basically, for 29. Brutal. Tart. Jesus. All right. Let's go Dispel. We can counter their rituals. I think that's all we want. Dart doesn't seem great. I think everything else seems fine. Again, we're on a mulligan to 5. Could bring in Searing Blaze, but I guess we can never Searing Blaze on their turn. I think I'm just going to minimally sideboard here. Don't think I want to bring in any Artifact Tate. I, of course, just took the Relics out of my sideboard because now with the way our build is now with Frantic Inventory and Dart, Relics kind of hurt us a fair amount as well. So I didn't want the Relics. So let's run it like this. Let's go game 2. Try to get a game win in here. Jesus. All right, game 2 against Tart. We're on the play. Keep this hand. We have Alchemist hopefully into tandem. Look out if we draw a card, if we draw a land. I mean, I could even bolt them because my mana is going to be so tight here, but I just don't see that being correct. There's a dart. So untap land next turn, please. If I don't, am I just playing a second Thermal Alchemist? Probably. If I miss on lands once, I still might be able to win. If I miss on lands two more times, I might just be dead. Oh, they might not have enough lands. Oh, they do. I also do want to leave up Bolt if I can, but I probably don't have that luxury. And it's probably going to be rough for them to go off on turn 3. So there's a chance. Okay, we're just going for it here. Just set up our combo, right? It's definitely the best thing we can do. Then next turn, maybe just go off. Just ping now, draw. And then next turn I get to draw so many cards that maybe we can chain something together. I could have also just played a Thermal Alchemist that turn, but that would also take up my entire turn. So I think I'd rather just set up my draw engine, hope they don't go off here. Cycle. Can't play too scared against these decks a lot of times. Like you need to set up your own engine too, so don't be too scared. Sometimes you just have to tap out. And like now if I untap, I'm gonna be in such a better position than I was because I took the time to get my lookout down. Bunch of different swamps here. They're in the tank, so they must have like a bunch of rituals in hand. They're like, can I go off? I guess by doing this, we're kind of putting real pressure on them. Like, hey, if you don't go off here, I'm gonna do something crazy. So it's not good because I don't want them to try to go off really. I want them just to like wait. But at the same time, I just need to do my thing. So see what they're on. They're passing the turn. All right, well, that's obviously good for me. It's ping draw. And then if we don't draw anything, we can attack. I can attack, draw. All right. Let's just attack and draw, see what we hit. Draw. It's a mountain. Okay, mountain's actually decent. I definitely want to leave up lightning bolt here. I most likely cannot kill them. Am I supposed to play out a thermal alchemist? I can deal 6 damage, draw 2 cards, draw 2 more cards with this. I think what I'm supposed to do is just go play mountain, pass the turn. I think that's better than playing thermal alchemist. That's what I'm gonna do actually. Just leave up double bolt for like a scourge or something. We also don't have a dispel or anything, but also if they try to combo and they like go too low, maybe I can kill them with like street rates basically. Not gonna cycle and try to find dispel. I'm just gonna let it happen. They're playing kind of scared too. All right, there's a scourge, so I'm probably just gonna respond to like the first thing they do and try to bolt this. I could wait a little bit until like they reaping or something. But if they play like a dark ritual right now, I think I just try to bolt. This just costs so much mana. I mean, it is pretty powerful effect, but it's a 5 mana 3/2, which just makes me wary of including this card. Yeah, so they go songs. They can discard and make more mana here, but I am gonna just lightning bolt this, untap my thing, ping draw. I guess then they add one more mana with this songs, but I just don't want this to be in play. Maybe this was wrong, but I don't want this to be in play when they're like casting more spells again. I probably should have just waited for a reaping because now they add one more mana on the songs, which could be relevant, but didn't really think about that in time. It's hard when you're playing against new decks. Chain Lightning, okay. So now they add 4 mana, and they have an extra storm as well. Cabal Writ, and they even get Threshold now. Cabal Writ, Reaping the Graves. This looks like a reaping to me. Yep. Storm 6. They just get back 4 creatures. They have 7 mana. They can even get back Scourge Familiar recast. I mean, they might just be able to go off here. They have 1 card left. They're drawing 4. Scourge, Rot Beast, Architects. No target. No target. Horror. Nice Cycle Horror right now. Dark Writ. Do they have the win? I feel like it's still going to be tough. I think I learned my lesson though. I should definitely have waited till they cast Reaping the Graves and then bolted the thing. There's no reason not to. That was just I was just playing too scared. All right, there's Scourge. They have 2 cards left. So now they're going to go Reaping and then let them target all their things, and then I'll bolt this. Yeah, this looks like a Reaping. So again, I have to let them target everything here. And then when they do, then I bolt this. They have 1 mana left, 0 cards in hand, so no songs. So I think now they actually fizzle. I learned my lesson here. So now I go bolt this. They have 0 cards in hand. I get to untap and draw. Another Chain Lightning, sure. And then they return all these cyclers, but they only have 1 mana left. And then I get to draw a card and draw another card, and then maybe win on my turn. Because all they can... Oh, they only have 3 creatures in hand? Huh. Thought they had more than that. I guess they just had a bunch of rituals. I think I'm supposed to inventory here. Ping. Tandem, sure. Mountain is actually not bad. Blue spell? Nice. Let's just go ping draw. Okay, and they just concede, yeah. So the play is if they go Scourge before Reaping, just let it happen. And then when they cast Reaping, let them target with all the Storm cards and then bolt the Scourge. I think that's the best play. Again, Searing Blaze doesn't actually work. Cannonade could technically work, but I definitely don't want it. I think just 2 darts for 2 dispels is where I want to be. Dispel just countering Songs of the Damned seems great. All right, let's go game 3. Let's see what we can do here. All right, game 3, they immediately kept 7. I mean, our hand's not very good, but I'm going to keep it. We have mana, we have draw spells. I think I'm just supposed to keep. Wow, Peat Bog. Interesting, interesting. Could just ignore this fjord for now. I have plenty of other lands. I think I'm just going to go land Preordain. There's a Dispel, which I definitely want. Bottom, top, pass. They didn't show any duresses, but they could have some. Ransack the lab. So interesting to see this card not in Reanimator. I mean, I guess it's good. It dumps two cards in the yard and finds them like something that they need. So they dumped a creature in the yard and probably found either a land or a ritual. Cycle right now. I could play double Manamorphose here. Could also just leave up Dispel, play a tap land, and then if they tap out for stuff, I could just cycle. I think I'm just going to hold the Manamorphose, make sure I have Dispel up. Yep. What is this? Just cycle? Okay. Yeah, they probably don't want to use Peat Bog, but they might end up using it. Peat Bog honestly just doesn't seem that great. Do I get Island here? I almost feel like I do. Have another mountain in hand. Does kind of suck that they know about this, but I think it's okay. I think I'm just going to go mountain and then start firing these off. Try to draw like a 2-drop that matters. Blue, red. I think I'll just play another Manamorphose here. Blue, red. Now let's go Ponder and then Cycle Ash Barrens. Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna... this is interesting. Definitely not going to tap out of Dispel. I definitely want Dispel up to counter Songs. The thing is, Firebrand Archer is really good here. All these cards are good. So I may just have to not cycle Ash Barrens and just let this mana go. Because I definitely need to draw Dispel, and I want to draw Firebrand Archer. I think I'm just going to do that. Just going to pass. Could cycle away the Firebrand, but I want to be able to get my combo going at some point. And having double Dispel does feel pretty nice. They have double Peat Bog, so they have 4 mana here. Ransack, sure. And next turn I'm able to play Firebrand with double Dispel up and then Tandem Lookout and maybe go off. So I'm also drawing Bolt after that. They play a Swamp. They crack Peat Bog. Interesting. Cabal Writ. I could just counter this. And then they have 1 mana left. How many creatures in yard? Not that many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 creatures. So if they Songs of the Dam, they still might be able to go off here. But if they just have Dark Writ, they might not be able to. I think I'm just going to let it resolve, though. All right. They're going for it. Triple Cabal Ritual. Looks like maybe I should have countered the first one. It's hard to tell in this situation. Oh, is this return X creature cards? I can counter that. Is this just a drain life? Cycle right now? Sure. Okay. I can bolt that at some point if I want. They're probably just going to go Reaping here. Okay. So I think I'm supposed to Lightning Bolt the Scourge right now. Then they have 2 mana left. And they have a bunch of they have 5 creatures in hand to cycle. Yeah, I think this is what I do. They have 1 card left after this. I'm just going to bolt this before they get cards back in hand. And then I still have double Dispel moving forward, and they've already played 3 rituals. Cycle Street Wraith, sure. Cycle Carabid. 1 mana left, 1 swamp available. So they need like a reaping or songs here. I mean, why why do they want to cycle in response to their reapings? Does that matter? Oh, for songs, for songs. Okay. Well, they're still going off here. I still like bolting that thing. I mean, they very well might fizzle. They need another reaping. They have only seen one in the top half of their deck. They put a reaping in their graveyard. That's bad news. That means they found another one, or they already have another one. Otherwise, they would just keep that. I mean, I guess they need they kind of need Scourge to go off, right? I guess they don't because they can just songs. Uh, 17 mana. Reaping. I feel like they just go off now. They can just draw their deck. No. Tart. If I lose this, I'm dropping from this league. I'm not playing in the O3 bracket. Not gonna fight back for my 50 play points. I mean, I think it's still possible that they fizzle, but it's very unlikely. They've used 3 out of 4 reaping. I feel like this version of the deck is not as good as the other one. Because also, if you're just against a counterspell deck, can't they just? I mean, I haven't seen any dispel or any duresses. Can't they just wait until you try to play your fireball? Until you play the drain life to win? So they have 13 cards in hand. So they do have duress. I could have countered the first Cabal Ritual. I was just scared of them going like, okay, you counter that, now you're tapped out, songs, and then go off. But maybe I was supposed to. 11 mana, 16 cards in library. 13 mana, 8 cards in hand. They need to find another songs, but they should be able to. 6 life. I'm also only just drawing Firebrand next turn, which is funny. I'd be shocked if they don't kill us. That'd be pretty unlucky. Ransack, okay. I mean, they might not. I mean, I guess if they just find a songs plus drain life, they do have enough. 7 cards, 8 mana. They should be able to draw their deck, especially with this thing. And then they just go songs, drain life. I mean, this was only turn 4 on the play. And we had one piece of interaction, dispel or bolt, and I chose to bolt, which I think was decent, but again, maybe not even correct. What if I just let the first reaping happen and then try to counter like a second songs or something? That would have been interesting. Like just let them go off, and then when they tried to play this songs, try to dispel it. No, because they could have duressed then. 2 cards in library, yeah, they have it. GG's. Pretty pretty bad league for us here. 0-3. Uh, we were able to get 2 game wins, but pretty brutal league. Hate going 0-3. It sucks. But thanks for watching. My channel is youtube.com/natbolt. I am going to be playing some more of this deck. I want to tune it. I actually, even though I went 0-3 here, there's a lot of variance in Magic. We got paired against Fae in round 1, which that deck is just so good. It's going to be rough. And both of these other decks we could potentially beat. I think our sideboard still does need a little work, But I think we are going to have really polarized matchups with this deck as well. Some good matchups, some bad matchups. The black-white deck, not a good matchup. Cycle Storm, whatever, it's close. I'm not sure if it's bad or good. Maybe we should have some more sideboard hate. But again, channel youtube.com/snapbolt. I'm Max. Thanks for watching. Till next time, I'm dropping. See you around. We get out of this league. Peace.